Okay, inequalities. So this tends to throw up what people think are a lot of problems, but are really easy. Okay, and I'll show you for why. Okay, they'll say show the area where all of these inequalities are true. Okay, and you look at them and you go, oh my god. Okay, it really is simple. Okay, so x is less than or equal to 3, y is greater than or equal to 1, x is less than or equal to 1, x is greater than or equal to 1, and y is less than or equal to 3. Okay, if you get this, then it's greater than. If you get a line underneath which makes a little equal sign, then it's greater than or equal to this. Okay, and signs can be read left to right and right to left. So 8 is greater than, because I can't say it's equal to, but x is greater than 6. Well, we know this to be true, but we can read it the other way, which is 6 is less than 8. So you can read it left to right or right to left. Okay. And the way that I remember it is that this is like an arrow. The arrow points to the smaller number. Okay. When they teach it in schools, they tell you that this is a crocodile and the crocodile eats the bigger number. So whichever way you want to do it, that's cool. Okay. So the reason that this is simple, okay, we ignore all the signs for the moment and we make everything equal. So x equals 3, y equals 1, x equals 1, and so on. So we go to where x equals 3 and we draw a line. Okay, now x equals 3 anywhere on that line. Okay, and I'll do it in another colour. Okay, so anywhere on this line x equals 3. Okay, y is going up and down like there's no tomorrow, but anywhere on this line x equals 3. Okay, now we go to where y equals 1. So again, anywhere on this line y equals 1. Okay, so now I go to where x equals 1. So anywhere on this line x equals 1. Okay, and then y equals 3. So we go to where y equals 3 and anywhere on this line y equals 3. Okay, so you've got 4 lines. Okay, trapped in those 4 lines is this square. This is what you're looking for. Okay, that's the area. Always in the exam you are always looking for the shape that's trapped in the area. We couldn't give a flying we really don't give a toss about what's happening outside. It's anywhere in here will agree with anything here. Okay, so if I take this point again, I'll choose another colour. If I take this point here, okay, at this point here x is 2. Well, it says here x is less than 3. Well, 2 is less than 3. And it says here x is greater than 1. Well, 2 is greater than 1. Okay. Here, y is 2. Well, it says y is greater than 1. Well, 2 is greater than 1. And y is less than 3. 2 is less than 3. So you can see that anywhere in here, in this square, it will obey these rules. Okay? So I'm sure you're sitting there going, yeah, that's fine, Tel, but they put slope lines in. Okay, so bear with me. Okay, I'll clear the screen and we'll do one with some slopey lines. Okay, so we've got a slopey line. So y is less than or equal to x plus 1. X is greater or equal to 3. Y is greater or equal to 1. So to draw the lines, we ignore the signs and we just put equals. So y equals x plus 1, x equals 3, y equals 1. Okay. So before I do the slopey line, I'm going to do the easy bit. Because in the exam, if you can't remember how to do this, but you can drop these two lines in, you are going to get marks. Okay. And the name of the game is getting marks. So, if I go to where x equals 3, okay, so x equals 3 on this line, okay. Now, we can look at the signs if you like. So it says x is greater than 3. Actually, I think I've got the signs the wrong way round. So x should be less than 3. Okay. So x is less than or equal to 3, but y is greater or equal to 1. Okay. Doesn't make a scrap of difference to what we're doing. So we still go to where x equals 3. So where x is less than or equal to 3. So if I go to where x is 3, anywhere where x is less than 3, so anywhere to the left of this line, x is less than 3 because x goes to 2, to 1, to 0, to minus 1. So we're only interested in what's to the left of that line. Now if I put in where y equals 1, so anywhere here y equals 1. And we're saying where y is greater than 1. Okay, so y is greater than 1 anywhere above that line, because y is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's greater than 1. So now I know that I'm only interested in this part of the graph. Okay, in this bit of the graph. That's all I'm interested in. Okay, but as I said, with these things you will get lines or shapes that are trapped, so you don't really need to worry too much about that, because the shape will trap itself. Okay, so now what we've got to do is we've got to draw this slopey line. Now if you draw a slopey line, I hope I'm not getting too technical for you, if we draw a slopey line, then we've got to find our coordinates. Okay, so if you can't remember how to do this, go back to my graphing straight lines video. Okay, so always start with your biggest value of x where it's positive, and remember we only need to do these two. Okay, so if I start here, x is 3, so So y will equal 3 plus 1, which is 4. Now if I go to where x is 2, y equals 2 plus 1, which is 3. Okay, now the reason I only do these two is because this is a number sequence, and I can see there that to go from 4 to 3 I need to take away 1, and that will happen all the way down. So 3 take away 1 is 2, 2 take away 1 is 1, 1 take away 1 is 0, 0 take away 1 minus 1, minus 1 take away 1 minus 2, and there you go. Okay, it will always follow a pattern, a straight line. Okay, so now what I can do is I can plot these points. So where x equals 3, y equals 4, so x equals 3 here, y equals 4, so that's 1 point. Where x equals 2, y equals 3, so x equals 2, y equals 3. Where x equals 1, y equals 2, so x equals 1, y equals 2. Where x equals 0, y will equal 1, so x equals 0 here, so y will equal 1. Where x is minus 1, y is 0, so where x is minus 1, y equals 0 there. Okay, because it goes 2, 1, 0 and then minus 1. Okay, so I've got enough points there to drop my line in, so I drop in my line, and there you go. It's this area in here. Okay, now again it says, just to prove the point, okay, y is less than x plus 1. So if y is less than x plus 1, it's everything beneath the slopey line, okay, because it's less than x plus 1. If it was more than x plus 1, we would go above the line. Okay, but at GCSE you're only interested in this bit, the bit that's been tracked. Okay, so I'm going to do one more, and I'll put 2 slopey lines in. Okay, so hopefully I've got the right signs in the right places. Okay, so what we're going to do, I've already drawn the lines anyway, but what we're going to do is we're going to do this. Okay, it's how you get to that, that's important. So the first thing I do is I drop in the easy one. Okay, so where y is greater or equal to 2, so where y equals 2, so y equals 2 on that line. Okay, so even if I walk away from the question now, I pick up 1 mark because I've done something. Okay, never walk away from a question and leave it undone. Okay, so now we've got to put in these 2 slopey lines. So y equals 2x plus 2. So remember, always start with your biggest positive. So y equals 2x plus 2. So if x is 3, 2x is 2 lots of 3, which is 6, plus 2 is 8. So now we go to where x is 2. So if x is 2, 2x is 2 2's, which is 4, plus 2 is 6. Okay, now I can see that it's dropping down by 2. So it's going to drop down by 2 all the way. So 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. 0 minus 2 is minus 2. Minus 2 minus 2 minus 4. Okay. That's it. So now I plot my points where x is 3, y is 8. Well, y only goes to 6, so I can't plot that point. So where x is 2, y is 6. So where x is 2, y is 6. Where x is 1, y is 4. X is 1, y is 4. Bugger me, it's on the line I've drawn. Where x is 0, y is 2, x is 0, y is 2. So you can see now all my points are on that line. Okay, so that line can also be drawn in. Okay, so now we've got x plus y is less than or equal to 4. Okay, now it's not in the form of y equals mx plus c, but we don't really care because it's as easy as this. We go to where x is 3. So 3 plus something must equal 4, or 3 plus 1 equals 4. So now x is 2, so 2 plus something gives me 4. Well, that must be 2. And then we go to where x is 1, so 1 plus something must give me 4. Well, that must be 3. And we can see that we're just adding 1 this time. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. So again, even if you just do this, you're picking up marks. Okay, so now we go and we plot our points. So where x is 3, y is 1. Where x is 3, y is 1. Where x is 2, y is 2. X is 2, y is 2. X is 1, y is 3. X is 1, y is 3. X is 0, y is 4. X is 0, y is 4. And you can see that they all fall on that line. So we can now draw that line in. And lo and behold, that's the area we're after. Okay? So don't let all of this frighten you, okay? If you're going to draw a slope line, you're going to have to draw a box. They won't always give you a box, so always start 3, 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Start at the top, find what the pattern is, work the pattern out, plot your points, and they will be in a straight line. Okay? That really is it. Okay, we're only interested in this area where it's trapped. Okay, so I'm just going to pause it a second again. Okay, so I'll do the easy bit first. Okay, if we have any equation, let's say we've got 2x plus 4 equals 6, and they say solve it, then 2x equals 6, the 4 comes over and the sign changes, so we get minus 4. So 2x equals 6 minus 4 is 2, so x must equal 1. Okay, you should know that. If you don't, you should be studying Spanish. So this is nice and easy. If they put in an inequality sign, say less than, you do exactly the same all the way through, but you just write their sign. That's it. Okay, we really don't give a monkeys what this sign is. Okay, think equals, but write their sign. Don't do it the other way round. Don't write equals and think their sign. Write their sign, but think equals. Okay, so whenever you see this, don't panic. So if we've got 3 bracket x plus 2 is greater than or equal to 12, okay, I really don't care about this. So 3 times x is 3x, 3 times 2 is 6. Write their sign. Now I just solve it. 3x. Write their sign. Remember the signs change when anything goes over the equal sign. And that's it. Nothing more than that, okay? It looks, well, fairly horrible, I suppose, but it's not difficult, okay? Think equals, write the sign. Okay, so I'm just going to pause once more. Okay, so you'll be pleased to know this is the last bit, okay, and you won't have to listen to me whine on again. So some of you have done this before, so you need to show this statement on the number line, okay? So it couldn't be easier. Okay, if we have less than or greater than, okay, so because I'm sad, I have polo mints. Okay, if you have less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, we have Maltesers. Okay, so all we've got to do is decide, is it a polo or a Malteser? So is it a filled circle or an empty circle? And then you just join the two together. So we go to -2, so we're going to go to -2 there, and we're going to go to 1. So we know that the line is between -2 and 1. Now because it's x is greater than -2, that's a polo or an empty circle. Because x is less than or equal to 1, it's a full circle or a Malteser. Don't write Malteser on your exam paper because they'll think you flipped. And there you go, you've drawn the line. Okay, so you've shown that x is greater than 2, but it can't be. Sorry, it's greater than -2, but it can't be -2. It's less than 1 and it can be 1. So if it said give values, then it can be -1, it can be 0, it can be 1. Okay, so I'm sure you've done this in the assignment. Okay, and they use the letter N. It doesn't matter, you can use any letter you like. Okay, but let's say we've got 3 and 0, so we're only interested in 0 and 3. We need to decide what signs to put in. So here it's and equals to, so it's a Malteser or a solid circle. Here it's just less than, so it's an empty circle or a polo, and then we just join the two together. Okay, and we now know that x can be 0, it can be 1, it can be 2, but it can't be 3 because it's not and equals 3. This is taking you a bit further than the video actually takes you. Okay, and this can happen in an exam. So let's say we've got 2x. Okay, and this is 4, and this is -6. Okay, we can't put that on the number line because we have 2x. So we need to divide that whole thing through by 2. If it was 3x, we divide the whole thing through by 3. Okay. So -6 divided by 2 is -3. The signs stay the same. 2x becomes x. Signs stay the same. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Now you would just put your points on at -3 and 2. You would use an empty circle for -3 and a full circle for 2. And then you could give values of -2, -1, 0. Don't forget 0, it's very important. 1 and 2. Okay, so if we've got more than one x in here, we divide by whatever this is. Okay, now they can go one step further. I'm not sure why this isn't on the video, but it should be. So let's put in some signs. So let's have that and that, and sorry, okay, and we're going to have +1, and we're going to have 3x +1. Okay, so let's say that this is 7, and let's say that this is -5. Okay, so we've got 3x, so we know we're going to have to divide through by 3, but we do have this +1, so we want to get rid of this. Okay, so sorry, I'm going to have to make this -7, otherwise it won't work. So we've got this +1, so we want to get rid of it, so I need to take away 1 here. So 3x +1 take away 1 just gives me the 3x. Okay, we just invert the sign here. So we need, I was right the first time. I am sorry, I'll get you a proper teacher next time. So we're going to do the same everywhere. Okay, so we're going to take 1 away here, we're going to take 1 away here, and we're going to take 1 away here. Okay, so -5 -1 gives us -6. Same sign, and we have 3x. Now +1 -1, that disappears. Same sign, and 7 -1 is 6. So now we've got rid of this random 1. So now what we're going to do is we're going to divide through by 3. So -6 divided by 3 minus 2. 3x divided by 3 is just x, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. Both signs are and equals to, so they're full circles between minus 2 and 2. Okay, and that will be on the number line, and the numbers for x could be minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1 and 2. Okay, sometimes they won't give you this number line. On higher they might not give you the number line, so sometimes it helps if you're doing higher, just quickly drop in a number line so you can actually see. If you're a visual learner, you'll find that this will help you a lot more. Okay, so if I get rid of this, don't save, so let's say we've got 2x minus 1, and they say give values for x. Okay, so this will be 3, and this will be minus 5. Okay, so we've got 2x minus 1 in the middle. We don't want that, so the first thing we do is we get rid of this minus 1 by adding 1, but we need to add 1 right across the board. So minus 5 plus 1 is minus 4. Same signs, 2x minus 1 plus 1 gives us 2x. Same signs, 3 plus 1 is 4. Now we can just divide through by 2, so we get minus 2 x and 2. And then if they say values, okay, then x could equal, now it could equal minus 2, it could equal minus 1, it could equal 0, it could equal 1, but it couldn't equal 2 because x is less than 2. Okay, so that's how we do this. This seems to be omitted from the video and the questions, so it's worth bearing in mind. It's very easy to do. You lose the random number and then you just divide through. Okay, it really is that simple. So I hope that's helped. I always say that, but I do hope it's helped, and it might clear up any sort of mysteries. But with graphing, you're looking for the trapped area. Okay, and if you don't know how to draw a straight line, go to the graphing section, okay, or look at one of my graphing straight lines videos, okay, because you need to know that. Okay, everything in maths is connected to everything else. Okay, so I'll go away and I'll let you carry on.